This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Friday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. We indeed have made it to Friday, August the 11th. Glad you're with us, early risers. Let's get to the forecast now for the weekend from meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, it's looking pretty good, actually. I don't see any major problems with the weekend. It's going to be kind of a typical summer-like weather pattern, with the exception that we have a chance at some morning showers along the coastline, followed by then those inland showers a little bit later on that drift back toward the coast in the evening. That is a pattern that we will see really right straight through the weekend. Right now we have some showers in progress, even a pop or two of lightning in places. Mostly out in Gulf waters is where we've seen the core of the heaviest showers, but some of them producing a little rainfall along Longboat Key all the way down to Siesta Key up to about Holmes Beach. So if you are out there early this morning along the coastline, anywhere along the coastline, you may consider that there might be a chance of a shower or two. Otherwise, a little bit of cloud cover and a warm start to the day. We'll look for daytime highs to top out again, kind of steamy at about 92. Complete forecast in a minute.
I love that radar. Shows that rain moving in on Sarasota Bay. Here's the roads right now. First off, in Manatee County, a residual problem there at 39th Street at State Road 70. Problem there now for the past half hour or so. It looks like it's affecting lanes going westbound, farther south. Couple issues there. First off, we see one at 17th Street toward the north part of your screen there at Chester Avenue in Newtown, and also Clark Road westbound, one lane blocked at Approach Road. Checking farther south, now an issue at 681 and I-75, so be aware of that. It's one lane. Well, that's the other one still. There you go. A vehicle fire at 681 in the southbound lanes of I-75, and also a bit of a slowdown just north of Venice on the way to Nokomis. Otherwise, pretty good at 602 on your Friday morning.
Our top story this morning, new details surfacing in the arrest of the alleged Zota Beach Resort killer.
This is Daryl Hanna Jr. He made his first appearance in court yesterday, charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 1 count of armed robbery. Let's go out now live to Longboat Key, and Jess Strouder has more on Hanna's connection to the hotel. Jess?
Good morning, Jacqueline and Ray. Longboat Key police say they started to look at Hanna right away after an early tip. Hanna was a part-time security guard here at the resort. Police say he resigned from his company, Victory Security, the same day he opened fire on 2 of his fellow employees. Longboat Key Police Chief Peter Cummings says because Hanna was so familiar with the layout of the hotel, that's why he believes Hanna went unnoticed the night of the killings, stealing $900 from the hotel and shooting 2 of his co-workers. Chief Cummings says Hanna went into that hotel that night intending to commit murder. Hanna is now behind bars without bond after his first hearing in Manatee County yesterday afternoon. Hanna's friend Ed Kiefer also works in security for a different company and says he had met Hanna at Cortez Plaza. Hanna was complaining to Kiefer that he didn't get enough hours at the Zota Resort, so Kiefer was trying to get Hanna a job with his company. But his supervisors had heard about Hanna's alleged past.
They have known about him in the past having issues. I don't know what kind of issues, obviously. That's all confidential. So, you know, but when I met him in person, I wouldn't think that he would do anything, you know.
It's still unclear whether or not Hanna had an accomplice. That's why police are keeping the investigation open, and that reward money is still on the table. Now, coming up in a half hour, we will talk to one of the victim's partners of 24 years, hear what he has to say about the suspect. Reporting live on Longboat Key, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Jess. Certainly troubling. It was a week ago today, and it was the first time in 17 years there's been a murder or 2 on Longboat Key.
I know, a little bit of a shakeup out there on that island.
6:04 on your Friday morning.
Now to the latest war of words with North Korea. President Trump standing by his comments, promising to unleash fire and fury on the rogue nation, now saying maybe those words weren't tough enough.
North Korea responded with plans to fire 4 missiles at Guam within a week. ABC's Ariel Reshef has the latest.
U.S. B-1 bombers taking off from Guam on a training mission amid increased tensions as President Trump doubles down and defends his tough talk on North Korea.
It's about time that somebody stuck up for the people of this country and for the people of other countries. So If anything, maybe that statement wasn't tough enough.
Speaking Thursday at his Bedminster Golf Club, the president defiant in the face of concern over his comments promising fire and fury in response to threats from the North Korean regime.
What would be tougher than fire and fury?
Well, you'll see. You'll see.
But Defense Secretary James Mattis striking a calmer tone.
The American effort is diplomatically led. It has diplomatic traction. It is gaining diplomatic results.
North Korea answering the president's rhetoric, vowing to, quote, mercilessly wipe out provocateurs and threatening to fire 4 missiles into the ocean near the U.S. territory of Guam.
Let's see what he does with Guam. He does something in Guam. It will be an event the likes of which nobody's seen before, what will happen in North Korea.
Despite the high drama in recent days, little has changed on the ground.
At this point, there has been no change in the threat level, either in a military base in Guam or in our civilian community.
The U.S. military not operating at an elevated security level. And experts telling ABC News North Korea does not appear to be preparing any new missile launches. All of this coming after the UN Security Council passed crippling sanctions on North Korea. The president is set to meet with UN Ambassador Nikki Haley later today. Ariel Reshef, ABC News, Washington.
Well, this all comes as China carries out a series of rocket launches as part of a missile drill in a recent test of their combat abilities. The focus was on the use of digital equipment, including unmanned aerial devices. These recent drills come in the midst of escalated tensions with nearby North Korea.
Here at home, the Trump administration's plan to curb legal immigration could actually hurt the U.S. economy, some say. 2 recent studies said the RAISE Act would erase 4.6 million jobs by the year 2040. Now, RAISE stands for Reforming American Immigration for a Strong Economy. The White House called the results inaccurate and said Americans can fill in those job losses.
It is official. Last year was the warmest year on record since record keeping began 137 years ago. That's according to the annual State of the Climate report issued by NOAA. 2016 set new records for global surface temperature, sea surface temperature, and greenhouse gases. More than 500 scientists from 60 different countries contributed to the report using tens of thousands of measurements from independent data sets. Researchers attribute the record heat to long-term global warming and El Nino. The hottest year on record before was 2015, and the year before that, 2014.
The end might be in sight for Applebee's and IHOP restaurants. Their parent company, Dinequity, made the announcement yesterday saying the 2 chains have fallen on hard times in recent years with underperforming locations across the country. All of the restaurants are expected to close in about 6 months.
Google's CEO canceling a scheduled all-staff meeting on Thursday just moments before it was scheduled to begin. The meeting was meant to address concerns over a controversial essay published by former employee James Damore. Damore's 3,300-word manifesto claims there aren't more women in tech roles due to biological causes. It also called Google left-leaning with a politically correct monoculture. In an email to staff, CEO Sundar Pichai explained that questions from employees had been leaked and that in some cases specific employees' identities were revealed, exposing them to harassment and threats.
A bombshell accusation at a preliminary hearing for members of a Penn State fraternity. 18 frat brothers are accused of getting Tim Piazza severely intoxicated then leaving him to die after he fell down a flight of stairs. A detective revealed that footage of Piazza during one of the frat hazing rituals was purposely deleted 2 days after his death.
That makes us really wonder what could have possibly been on this tape that's worse than what was left behind.
No word if that missing footage can be recovered by investigators, but the family attorney says this could lead to more indictments and more charges.
An observant airline passenger managed to uncover 2 child sex abusers on her flight. It all happened after the passenger noticed explicit texts being sent back and forth by 2 people sitting in front of her. 56-year-old Michael Keller and 50-year-old Gail Lynn Burnworth of Tacoma, Washington. Those people right there on your screen allegedly sending texts to one another that detailed plans to drug and molest children. The passenger took pictures of these texts and alerted a flight attendant. Police say if it wasn't for that passenger, several children could have been in harm's way. And a JetBlue flight from Fort Lauderdale to Barbados made a U-turn yesterday after 3 flight attendants got sick. The attendants complained of headaches, saying there was an odor or fumes on board. They were treated on scene but refused to be transported to the hospital. Hazmat crews later checked the aircraft but couldn't find anything. A new crew was assigned to the flight and it continued its route to Barbados. The incident is still being investigated.
An update now from Orlando. We're hearing a cause of death for a little Orlando boy left in a hot daycare van earlier this week. 3-year-old Miles Hill died of hyperthermia when he was left unattended from morning to evening. Detectives actually simulated the conditions and found temperatures inside reached as high as 144 degrees. Now, police arrested this woman, the driver of the van. Deborah St. Charles is facing charges of aggravated manslaughter.
The number of school districts challenging Florida's sweeping new education law continues to grow. Educators here on the Suncoast have voiced their opposition to the law, which steers money to privately run charter schools. Now Miami-Dade School District is joining 6 others that are pledging to join a proposed lawsuit to block that legislation. Charter schools are in line to get more than $96 million from the provision. Legislators have defended the new law, saying charter schools are public schools that deserve their share of local tax dollars.
Oh, we showed some students last hour, and we'll show some more this hour. Pictures that you've sent us to our social media, and we'll tell you how you can do that in a few minutes.
Yeah, looking forward to some of those pictures on their first day of school.
That's right.
And have another first day of school coming up on Monday.
I know.
It's that time of year.
Yep.
Showers in the forecast. Talk about that in a sec.
Also still ahead, the latest in Suncoast traffic, and Sarasota is set to turn into the center of the rowing world.
We'll take a look at preparations ahead of the World Rowing Championships after this.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows, what matters most to you? We found what matters is high performance. Our customers want energy-efficient windows built for Florida weather. Windows that can stand everything from scorching sun to hurricanes. Our customers want windows that reflect their life, their lifestyle. Windows that will last a lifetime. We listen to our customers, and as a result, we're growing. So if you're looking to replace your windows, stop here at New South Window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we'll watch today for a chance of some showers near the coastline and a warm start to the day with 80 degrees our current air temperature. Dew point is up there at 76 degrees, making it feel kind of sticky and a little bit humid outside. Some cloud cover has built and a southwest wind now at about 5. We'll watch that westerly flow continue to develop throughout the day today, and it's going to be important to the weather. The reason that we're getting that westerly flow is this big kind of gyre that you see over the state of Florida, this area of low pressure that's bringing a general counterclockwise twist to the radar imagery that you see. And that will tend to bring these showers and thunderstorms that are out in Gulf waters right now a little bit closer to the coastline during the morning hours. So there is a chance of seeing some coastal showers over the course of the next couple of hours. We have some in progress. In fact, some decent downpours of rain anywhere from about Siesta Key northward on up through Anna Maria. And some of the storms have produced some fairly decent rainfall. Right now, just over the Ringling Bridge, we have some fairly good showers in progress as well. Those will gradually move inland as we progress through the morning hours. So, yes, there is a chance that some of the school bus stops close to the coastline during the morning could be affected by a few scattered showers. High pressure building out in Gulf waters, combined with an area of low pressure lifting north across the state, are providing us with a general westerly wind flow throughout the day today, taking those showers that are near the coast now thanks to overnight land breezes and pushing them a little bit further inland as we progress through the morning hours. Good chances of rainfall inland, some of them heavy later on today. And then as we progress through the afternoon and into the evening hours, those inland showers will tend to drift back toward the coastline as our sea breeze kind of falls apart just a little bit. Sea breeze will get an early start today, aided by that high sitting out in Gulf waters. So the forecast calls for a slight chance for morning showers, but then the better chance for later day showers, building probably around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon in inland areas, and then as we head into the early evening, drifting slowly back to the coast. So there'll be a smattering of showers throughout the day today. Heat index up there near 100. The RPM computer model shows those showers along the coastline early in the afternoon, moving inland, and then gradually drifting back to the coastline. Tomorrow morning, more showers near the coast, followed by the same sort of pattern, building inland, developing further out in Gulf waters. We'll watch that. One area, 40% chance of showers way out in the Gulf, developing into perhaps some sort of a tropical system, but all computer models still in agreement that that system recurves back out into open waters. So it's a pretty good bet that's what's going to happen. Forecast calls for a 40% chance of showers over the next several days. Daytime highs steamy near the low 90s. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, John. Looks like it might be a nice weekend to get outdoors. Taking a look at traffic this morning, there is an accident in Manatee County at 39th Street and State Road 70, so keep that in mind. Also, 301 heading southbound, seeing some more cars on the roadway. And that accident that's been at 17th Street and Chester Avenue still causing some delays throughout that area. And also at Clark Road, there is a blocked lane at Approach Road, so keep that in mind as well. I-75 looking clear up until you get into 681. There is a vehicle fire in the southbound lanes of I-75, but 41 looking good if you're heading throughout Business 41 throughout Venice. 6:19 this morning, and we are just weeks away from Sarasota becoming the center of the rowing world as the World Rowing Championships get underway.
It's been years in coming. The finish line is now in sight for the event, but organizers say there are more events on the way. Our Kate Flexter explains.
For the first time in 23 years and only the second time in history, the World Rowing Championships will be hosted on U.S. soil.
What the Super Bowl is to football, what the World Cup is to soccer, what the World Series is to baseball. This is the marquee regatta.
In less than 2 months, it's all eyes on the Suncoast Nathan Benderson Park as it plays host to 40,000 spectators and 1,700 athletes from more than 70 countries.
People all of a sudden really know about Sarasota Bradenton because of this fabulous venue.
Executive Director for the 2017 World Rowing Championships, Meredith Skirba, is an integral part of planning that event. The bid to host this event was submitted back in 2013 when President Barack Obama wrote a letter of recommendation.
It is the highlighted event in the world of rowing in the off years of the Olympics. So all the athletes you just watched here in Rio this past summer will be right here in Sarasota Bradenton.
For Scerba, there's plenty to coordinate, including coverage from NBC Sports and 14 international television networks.
You have to have commentary, you have to have game presentation, all the things that make it a true event.
Perhaps the biggest project or focal point, the Finish Tower, a multi-story building designed by local architects for prime viewing of the event. A beam of light through the center of the building to mark the finish line.
It's the center point of all things competition for the World Championships.
It's the only certified FISA World Rowing course in the U.S. And unlike other venues, it's easily accessible and close to amenities.
It's right here in the hub of everything. You can go to the mall, you can go downtown. You've got two great communities, two downtowns that are only within 20 minutes away.
In the end, 46 hotels will host guests and athletes. Officials expecting $25 million in economic impact. But Scerba says this goes far beyond just this one event. She calls it a launching pad.
We're getting ready to show to the world and to every governing body, not just rowing, what this community is capable of doing. And that's what's going to help continue to bring more and more and more bids and more opportunities. So this is going to become something that everyone's going to look forward to in the future right here at Nathan Peterson Park.
That event kicks off on September 23rd with the opening ceremony. I am certainly looking forward to that, and all the people that are going to be here. It's going to be busy, but it'll be well worth it, I think.
I'm curious how much we'll see a difference in traffic downtown or in Sarasota, the center core.
Right.
Done very well. It was a man-made fill pit. They threw some water in, and it just has done very well for itself.
Good, and it'll be interesting to see all the people from across the world coming right here to our community. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, a fan shocks the crowd by rushing the stage at a Britney Spears concert.
We'll tell you why the fan said he did it and what charges he now faces when we come back.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
All right, we'd love to get your pictures. There's little Keegan Merrifield on his bike on the first day of school.
Riding his way into the first day of school. Those are the children of Viviana Rodriguez. She posted that on our Facebook as well at ABC7. And Cora Steed's children there in 9th and 10th grade. So big congratulations to all of them heading into their second day of school today, actually.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to interact with us on Facebook, send us some of your back to school pictures, especially next Monday when Sarasota County heads back into session.
I got a debate right now on my page, Ray Collins, ABC7, about is it route or route?
Oh, goodness.
It's a mixed verdict out there right now.
It really is.
Yes, welcome back. 6:26 now on your Friday morning.
Well, a big scare for Britney Spears during her Vegas show.
This after a man rushed the stage before being taken down by security and her backup dancers. ABC's Diane Macedo has details.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the moment that abruptly stopped a Britney Spears show. Spears was performing her hit song Crazy in Las Vegas Wednesday night when a man from the crowd suddenly stormed the stage. Spears seems shocked. At one point, her knees visibly buckle as she's heard asking if the man has a gun. According to police, the stage crasher, 37-year-old Jesse Webb, was quickly surrounded, held down by Spears' backup dancers before being dragged off stage and arrested for trespassing.
Security was asleep at the wheel. They should have had sufficient resources to ensure that he did not get on stage as he did.
Spears eventually returned to the stage and closed out the show. We'll have the latest on the suspect coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the Love for Color sale. August 11th through the 14th, save 35% on paints and stains. There's a store in every neighborhood. Find yours at sherwinwilliams.com/save.
My challenge is to be in sync with my body, myself, my life. It all starts with a healthy routine. Begin the Activia 2-week probiotic challenge by enjoying Activia yogurt with billions of probiotics every day. Take the Activia Probiotic Challenge.
Oh, wow. What kind of underwear are those?
They're breathable underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
Wait, Fruit of the Loom makes breathable underwear?
Yeah, they have tiny holes to let the air through, but...
Yes! I love them.
Stay cool with breathable underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
How are your teeth whiter than mine?
Your strips are slippy, mine are grippy. Crest White Strips stay in place. Crest White Strips professional effects lock in the whitening for a whiter smile.
These aren't going anywhere.
These are. Crest, healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Discover all the reasons the experts love Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and co-insurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-800-558-8779.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, new details emerging about the alleged Zota Beach Resort killer. What police are now saying about the man they have in custody.
Plus, the controversial project on Sarasota Bay in Manatee County gets thumbs down from the planning board. We'll tell you what's next for Aqua by the Bay.
And controversy surrounding a Confederate statue and a memorial for Snooty the manatee. What opposing sides have to say about the future plans at the Manatee County Courthouse. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Pretty sky developing there in the Suncoast, 6:32 on your Friday morning.
I don't know about you, but when I woke up this morning, I thought it was Saturday, but it's
You did?
Friday. I did.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I thought it was going to be Saturday, and then I was like, oh, geez, got to get to
Yeah,
work.
gotta come into work.
But it is almost time for the weekend.
Yes, it is. And now with the weekend forecast, here he is, folks, meteorologist John Scalzi.
Thanks, guys. You know, my favorite story about mixing up days or trying to get days straight is that I've been reading some blogs about the solar eclipse coming up, and one person wrote in and said, you know, they're having the solar eclipse on Monday. Most of the kids go back to school. Isn't there any way we can schedule it on Sunday?
Let's reschedule the sun.
That's right.
We'll ask them
That's
to
right.
reschedule it.
Funniest thing. She was serious, too, by the way. We have some showers out in Gulf waters this morning, a couple of them kind of tagging the coastline. One of them in particular providing a little bit of heavy rain here just on lower Longboat Key. So watch for that. Some of the showers beginning to brush the mainland, too, right around downtown Sarasota. You know what? We have a chance this morning of seeing some of those showers through the morning hours along the coastline. Pretty much hugging the coastline. Then later in the afternoon, as winds continue to shift west and strengthen with a sea breeze, the focus of showers and thunderstorms will be moving inland. Daytime high in the low 90s. Complete forecast coming up in a second.
Thank you, John. Well, the accident's still there on State Road 70, but the backups aren't quite as bad as an hour ago. Talking about 39th Street at State Road 70, also known as 53rd Avenue. Farther south, a couple issues there. First off, in the Newtown area, 17th Street at Chester Avenue. That still continues an hour later. Also on Clark Road, we see a problem. The westbound lane blocked at Approach Road before you get to Honore. Also 681, a problem there at exit 200 and I-75. The southbound lane, a vehicle fire there. Still slowing things down. Be aware of that. Otherwise, all clear at 634.
Our top story this morning, new details emerging in the arrest of the alleged Zota Beach Resort killer.
Daryl Hanna Jr. made his first appearance in court yesterday, charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 1 count of armed robbery. Let's go live to the scene now. Our Jess Stoddard joins us from the Zota Beach Resort with more on Hanna's connection to the hotel. Jess?
Good morning, Jacqueline and Ray. Longboat Key police say they started to look at Hanna right away after receiving a tip from the public. Hanna was a part-time security guard here at the resort. Police say he resigned from Victory Security, the company he worked for, the same day that he opened fire on his fellow employees. Hanna is behind bars without bond after his first hearing in Manatee County yesterday afternoon. Watching those proceedings was Thomas Swigert, the 24-year partner of one of the victims, Kevin Carter. Swigert says Carter was the head of security and didn't particularly like Hanna. Carter would tell his partner Hanna would leave shifts early and had an overall bad attitude. Swigert has never met Hanna, but says he's glad he will remain behind bars.
I only blame Daryl. Yes, Daryl may have been a Victory employee, but that's not Victory's fault. They cannot They cannot determine what's in the hearts and minds of their employees.
Police say it's still unclear at this point whether or not Hannah had an accomplice. That's why the investigation is remaining open and the reward money is still on the table. Reporting live on Longboat Key, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Jess. On to other news now. The search continues for a man who robbed a local Walgreens earlier this week on Bee Ridge Road. Look at these pictures. It happened Tuesday night at the store between Honore and Cattleman in the Publix Plaza. The man walked in and demanded narcotics. These are pictures of the armed robber. If you recognize this person, call the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office.
Some teachers in Sarasota got a lesson of their own yesterday. Nearly 40 new Booker Elementary, middle, and high school teachers learned more about where their students are coming from. The Booker Nation organization giving them a first-hand look at their students' community. The goal was to build a better understanding between teachers and students.
When we understand the various cultures, we begin to connect with them, and I think it promotes civility, not only here at Booker High School between our teachers and our students, between the students and the students as well.
You know, I've lived here for a while, and I thought I knew a lot of Sarasota history, and I really didn't. I had read occasional news clippings. What the tour did is it brought it to life for me.
The tour took teachers on a walk throughout Newtown with stops at 12 historic sites along MLK Way and south towards the Rosemary District. And the woman in charge of Manatee County Public Schools says the school board is not ruling out the possibility of raising taxes to pay for expenses. Superintendent Dr. Diana Green says the district is hoping to give raises to teachers, but also keep a healthy reserve fund. She says it's all hard to do it all.
It's a very difficult balance to increase our reserves as well as enhancing the pay of our teachers, and we need to do both. And that's why our board is in conversation about the possibility of going for a 1 mil or half mil referendum.
Last year, voters approved renewing a half-penny sales tax increase for the school. Despite the fact that the increase brings in $33 million a year, Green says it can only be used for capital purchases.
6:37 now, a setback for a major development proposed for Sarasota Bay. According to the Bradenton Herald, the Manatee County Planning Commission recommended denial of the controversial Aqua by the Bay. Developer Carlos Baruf right there wants to build more than 2,000 homes on 500 acres off Elcon Parkway near Bayshore Gardens in Bradenton. One opponent on the board said he was concerned about the height of the project.
This project has been going on for years in various phases, and it's always been because it's a huge, like 1.5 mile bayfront. So it's because of that location, it's been very controversial in the community on what they want and what they can't do related to that.
So despite the planning board's denial, the project still goes ahead to the county commission next Wednesday morning. A follow-up now on a story we told you about yesterday morning involving a possible messy neighbor leaking oil from a business in the Gulf Gate area. A pizzeria owner complained the adjacent auto repair shop was leaking oil into their shared alleyway. Well, Sarasota County's Environmental Division checked out the site on Superior Avenue and found no evidence of oil. The used motor oil at the business is being handled, they say, and contained properly. The county will do follow-ups on the issue over the coming days to make sure the area is still up to code.
A Florida group trying to preserve Confederate monuments is backing a new effort, creating a statue of Snooty the manatee. However, opposing group Save Southern Heritage does not want a Snooty statue to replace the war memorial. The group saying it supports a Snooty statue, just not at the Manatee County Courthouse. A spokesperson with that organization recently speaking with the Manatee County Commission, asking them not to remove the current Confederate statue in place outside the courthouse. An online petition seeking to replace that monument with instead a memorial of Snooty has over 12,000 supporters, but a decision has not yet been reached on the future plans of either statue. And speaking of Snooty, he will be remembered next month at his former home. The South Florida Museum in Bradenton will host a memorial open house Sunday, September 10th in tribute of the manatee's remarkable life. Snooty died July 23rd after becoming stuck inside a tunnel used to access plumbing for his tank. He was a record-breaking 69 years old.
Happening today, the Pines of Sarasota hosting the annual Centenarian Celebration Tea Party, a big birthday party. The senior community is home to 12 women over the age of 100. So they'll be honored by the Pine staff and volunteers, as well as Suncoast dignitaries. It all kicks off today at 2:30 p.m. And as school starts Monday in Sarasota County, the city of Northport is hosting its annual back-to-school resource fair for students and parents this weekend. It'll feature dozens of information tables, as well as free vision screenings, courtesy of the Northport Lions Club. The fair runs Saturday, 8:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m. at the Morgan Family Community Center in Northport. And we'll show more of your pictures of local kids Monday on our show as well.
That's right.
Sounds like a great idea.
I'm impressed with how many women over there at the Pines of Sarasota. 12 of them are over the age of 100.
It's amazing how the population has gotten older. It used to be years ago reaching 80 was a big deal.
Right.
Now it's 100.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What's going on, John?
To them.
Figure that out for me.
You know, drive down 41 and look at all the medical offices. I'll tell you why. Showers in the forecast. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, still ahead, the latest Suncoast weather and traffic, and a new study suggests 1 in 8 Americans struggle with an alcohol disorder.
A look at how the rate is increasing up next in Health Smart.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in.
Watch Animal Outtakes every week on ABC 7.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
I love some of the pictures that are sent in to us. This was sent in to me at my Facebook page, actually, John Scalzi, ABC 7. Jan sent this in. She's entering a competition. This picture, this gorgeous picture, shot with an iPhone. Just amazing. Isn't that something? And it really is beautiful. Jan, thank you so much for sending that in. I posted it on my Facebook page, ABC, John Scalzi, ABC 7. Beautiful, beautiful shot. If you got an iPhone picture that you're particularly proud of, send it in to me, and we'll try to get it on the air for you. Current conditions outside, 80 degrees, dew point value 76. A little bit of cloud cover out there and some showers in progress. We have a developing westerly wind flow that'll take some of the coastal showers we've been seeing all morning long, kind of try to sling them back toward the coastline as we progress through the morning. 75 Wauchula, Arcadia at 76, so's Mayaca. You get closer to the coast, you're closer to the 80s. That cloud cover has kind of kept the temperature up just a little bit. Plus, at the surface, we've had a southerly wind shifting a little bit more southwesterly now. And a few of the showers that have built close to the coastline have kind of also clipped the coastline just a little bit. One in particular, the Anna Maria showers, the Holmes Beach showers, have kind of moved away, but now we're seeing some showers that are getting a little bit closer to the mainland. In fact, producing some pretty good downpours of rain, moving into areas of Siesta Key, also along Orange Avenue. 41 is going to be moving along 41 from about downtown Sarasota all the way through Bee Ridge Road over the course of the next 15 minutes or so. All of this kind of pushing southward just a little bit. The general trend for the showers is to be pushed southward during the morning hours, and a little teeny bit of a westerly push as well. So we'll watch for this kind of circle of radar echoes caused by a low pressure area to continue on throughout most of the morning hours. Then high pressure building out in the Atlantic will force our winds out of the west and give us a little bit of an early start to our sea breeze. That'll push the activity into inland areas where it will be throughout the from about noontime all the way through 3, 4, 5 o'clock. And then those showers will tend to want to kind of push back toward the coastline. So slight chance for a morning shower followed by better PM showers, heat index up near 100. Watch the RPM computer model. You see this little spin in the atmosphere, showers building in inland areas, drifting back to the coast. That same exact sort of thing will happen again tomorrow. Forecast calls for a daytime high that tops out near 90 straight through the weekend with heat indexes up near 100. Morning showers possible tomorrow morning as well near the coast, and then it's all inland in the afternoon, followed by a drift toward the coastline of those showers as we head into the evening hours. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Still some slowdowns on State Road 70 in Manatee County. There is an accident at State Road 70 and 39th Street, so keep that in mind. 301 heading southbound, seeing some more cars on the roadway, as well as towards downtown Bradenton. Again, those accidents in Sarasota County still happening at 17th Street and Chester Avenue, causing some issues, as well as the accident towards Clark Road. There is a lane that is blocked on Approach Road. Looks like 41 heading northbound past Clark Road, seeing some more cars on the roadway. And as we head into South County, there is a vehicle fire in the southbound lanes of I-75 right before exit 200 or before you get on 681. So keep that in mind if you're heading out the door at 6:47 on your Friday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, a new study suggests 1 out of every 8 Americans struggles with an alcohol disorder.
The study tracked drinking patterns of 40,000 people between 2002 and 2003, and then again in 2012 and 2013. Alcohol use disorders affected a projected 8.5% in the first study, and then 13% in the next study. Quite a difference there.
And you've probably heard the term fat shaming when it comes to celebrities, but fat shaming by doctors is happening more often than you think. In a review of 46 past studies, researchers looked at doctors' biases towards obesity and compared patients' reports of fat shaming from their doctors. They found that fat shaming from a doctor can take a significant negative toll on a patient's physical and mental health, and can also lead to decreased trust in their healthcare provider. 6:48 this morning in entertainment news, rapper Antoine Big Boy Patton taking time to assist a paralyzed little girl.
Do you know this fellow's name? Big Boy?
I don't think I do.
He's a Grammy winner. He came to the aid of young Abria Ellison, who was paralyzed after a shooting near her home. After seeing her story on TV, the rapper was inspired to help. He gave her a dog from his kennel, who she named King after words they bonded with her service dog while in therapy. He also paid to have her bathroom made handicapped accessible.
Oh my goodness, she's adorable. Well, TV show host Jimmy Kimmel says his son, despite a rare heart defect, is doing just fine now. Kimmel revealed back in April on Jimmy Kimmel Live that his newborn had undergone surgery for the defect. All of this spurred a conversation about access to health care. Kimmel said 3-month-old Billy will need 2 more heart surgeries, but he's doing great. And despite disagreements over the president's healthcare policies, Kimmel said he still wants to discuss that issue with President Trump on his show.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll update your day's top news headlines, and an infamous Bronco could be yours as the car now heads to auction.
We'll tell you how you can put some money down on a piece of history when we come back.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill, I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust. It's Lincoln Summer Sales Event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. The chemotherapy drug Taxotere has been linked to permanent alopecia or permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. The FDA has urged doctors and the manufacturer to warn women administered Taxotere of the risk of permanent hair loss. If you or a loved one were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and suffered permanent hair loss, you may have a right to a cash award and medical expenses. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Our first consultation is free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by.
No theater lover's bucket list is complete without the classic black comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. Two adorable old ladies who just happen to poison their tenants and bury them in their basement. Fun and farcical, this hilarious play is heating up the summer at the Players Center from August 9th through the 20th. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll die laughing when you see Arsenic and Old Lace.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Pretty shot from our tower cam of the sky over the Suncoast.
Beautiful shot this morning. 6:53. Here are some of the top stories on the Suncoast.
Longwood Key police say the man charged with killing 2 resort workers a week ago this morning was a former security guard there. 29-year-old Daryl Hanna made his first appearance in court yesterday.
Plus, Sarasota County Sheriff deputies are hoping you'll recognize the armed robber in this surveillance picture. They say this is the person who held up a Walgreens drugstore on Bee Ridge near Cattleman earlier this week.
And due to height issues, the Manatee County Planning Board recommended against a major project on Sarasota Bay. Developer Carlos Barouf's Aqua by the Bay now goes to the County Commission Wednesday morning without Planning Board approval.
Taking a look at traffic, there's still some congestion in Manatee County. Looks like there is an accident that has been there for the past couple hours on State Road 70 and 39th Street, so keep that in mind if you're heading out the door this morning. Also in Sarasota County, that both of those accidents still happening at Chester Avenue and 17th Street. Also at, looks like that other accident is at Clark Road. There is a blocked lane towards Approach Road. Keep that in mind. The accident that was the vehicle fire rather that was off of 681 has since cleared up, but there is still a little bit of slowdown throughout that area. John?
So we've got some showers out in Gulf waters kind of skirting the coast. They'll put in a 20% chance of a shower near the coastline, but then 40% chance inland in the second half of the day. Those showers will gradually drift back to the coast. In the last weekend before school starts for many folks, we'll look for about a 40% chance of showers. Again, a few scattered showers near the coast in the morning, but most of the activity inland in the afternoon, and then those showers drifting back to the coast.
All right, thank you, John. The infamous white Ford Bronco that carried O.J. Simpson as he tried to evade police decades ago is going up for sale now. At the time, the car was owned by A.C. Collins, Simpson's friend and former teammate on the Buffalo Bills. The Bronco has since been owned by Mike Gilbert, Simpson's former agent. Well, Gilbert says he's been offered $500,000 at one time for it. He's looking to give the money to his kids, so he's offering the Bronco for sale on Monday's episode of Pawn Stars that airs on the History Channel. Very controversial and polarizing auction, I would think.
That's interesting. Things I never thought would be up for sale.
Yeah, well, that's a piece of history there, though.
It's that.
Yeah, it sure is.
Remember that night? Bronco chase, remember that?
Oh, gosh, yes. Yes, of course. Glued to the set. It was something.
Weird night.
Went on a long time.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it did.
And we are done right now. Enjoy your weekend, folks. This show has clearly gone to the birds.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.